Hi everybody, Lori here from Unique in the Creek, and today I want to show you how to apply the vinyl decal using what we call the wet method. The adhesive that is used on the vinyl decals is water soluble, and if you do the wet method like I'm going to show you, it's much easier to maneuver your vinyl in case you don't get it in place the first time, and it prevents less bubbles on your vinyl between your vinyl and board. And it's really simple to do. All you need is I just got a wet paper towel here. So it's not dripping wet, but it's pretty wet, okay? And I also have just a card. This is just an old gift card and a dry paper towel. Okay, and we're going to use this for our squeegee. If you have a Mod Podge squeegee, go ahead and use that. And the character board. Now the character board is quite smooth in the center, and we all know the hanging holes are at the top. And what we want to do is we want to make sure that the vinyl goes in the solid space right before the holes, because that's where we're going to decorate, right? So the wet method is basically you wet your board. So I have my hanging holes right at the top, and I'm just going to wet my board just like that. So there's drop of water on it. Now I know this sounds really weird, but it's a really easy technique that's used quite a bit in the sign and vinyl industry. And it gives you more time to maneuver your vinyl and stuff. So, okay, so we got it wet. You're just going to peel your decal off the paper. And if you have nails, it's a little easier than, and my hand's all wet. There we go. Okay, so you're just going to peel that off. So the adhesive on the back is, like I said, a water permeable adhesive. So it's once we put the vinyl on and it's in place where we want it, when we squeegee the water out, it will dry and there will be no air bubbles or anything. So this is what I call a foolproof method, I guess you would say. So you got your vinyl, and I like to just use my middle fingers and just hold on either side and just kind of have eyeball the halfway mark. And then I'm just gonna, where it's folded is where I'm using my eyeballs to line up the center. Okay, and then just once you get the center, just lay it down like that. Now with the wet method, you can pull it up much easier. You can see it's not as sticky as it would be if you didn't have the water. If you didn't have the water, it would really be sticky and you'd really hear it. So it gives you a little bit of time to get your decal perfectly where you want it, and just lay it down, and that looks good. Hold it up, see if it's centered. It looks centered to me. And then you're just going to take your gift card, credit card, your smoothie. I use a paper towel. You can use toilet paper, tissue, whatever. You just don't want to scratch your vinyl. And what you're going to do is from the center, you're going to go from the center out, and it's pushing the air out, but it's also pushing that little bit of water. Now, if you see that it's really buckled, just lift it up a bit again, because there's the water there. It gives you that time to get your sticker absolutely perfect. And once this does dry underneath, it's not going to come off the board. Okay, so you just go around with your card. I got a little bit of overkill on my paper towel here. And just go around. And if you need to be, like I said, with the water method, it lifts up a little bit easier. But once it dries, it will be stuck to your board. Okay, and you can hear the air bubbles and everything coming out. And there we go. Now I have something on my board under here, piece of glitter. So you want to make sure that your board is completely debris free. and smooth it out. Okay, and then it will dry on its own, so you can still continue decorating. Now, if you do see a few bubbles after, you know, once in a while you get a few bubbles, don't fret. Just, you can take a little pin, put a little hole, just a pin prick in that hole and smooth it out with your finger. The bubble will be gone and you won't see the hole as well. Okay, so I'm going to redo this again just to show you. Now, normally it would be really hard, and it's getting really sticky, but it would normally be really, really hard to take that off. So I'm going to do it again. I'm just going to pat my board wet. And again, this is just called the wet method. And it will not hurt your vinyl, and it will not hurt the adhesive on your vinyl. Okay? Take your vinyl, right and left side, just kind of bend it, eyeball the center, lay it down. So I go from the center and then just let it go to the sides. Okay? That looks good to me. It's a little further up on the hole here, and it's okay because it'll all end up being decorated. Take my squeegee from the center, just squeegee it out, and you can see the air coming out. And that's it. That's all you have to do. The wet method is a really, really easy way to do it, and sometimes a less stressful. Once you've done a few vinyls, you get the hang of it, but you don't want to ruin your vinyls. So if you're just a beginner, just beginning, try the wet method. It's very easy. There we go. It's all done. And just let it dry. You can continue decorating and stuff like that. The adhesive will cure, and it will be sticky, sticky, sticky. Okay, guys? That's the wet method. Thanks for watching.